This is the urban area of Hartford, high in crime, high in a lot of violence. You have people that are struggling financially, struggling within their households, struggling trying to raise children. These kids, they could have heard gunshots the night before. They could have seen somebody get robbed in front of them.
We knew we needed to be here because the educational system was lacking, health disparities all over the place, and the kids are caught in the middle. They're at risk from birth to death. But in the interim, we're trying to prepare them with tools that will make it a little easier. And the horses are one of the tools. I grew up about 3 blocks from here. And there was this African-American male organization called the Ebony Horsewomen. And this one guy, his name was Puddinhead Merritt. I said, Puddinhead, I want to come to your place and ride. And I started riding again, and this incredible peace came over me. So I started to call my girlfriends to tell them, hey, listen, you need to come out and ride with me. So now we're at Puddinhead's house, riding his 3 horses into the dirt. And I founded Ebony Horsewomen on Puddinhead's living room floor. One day, these 2 little boys ran up to us and said, hey, lady, is that a real horse? And I said, yeah, sweetie, where'd you think it was? And I thought, oh my God, I gotta do something about this. So at that point, I changed the organization to focus in on children.
Mrs. Kelly always had this vision, and we've been successfully doing that for over 30 years.
We really didn't know the science behind equine therapy, but we knew there was something. So we really began to focus in on education and therapy and opportunities.
For the after-school program, which is our equine-assisted growth and learning program, we probably have 400 students that come through our facility throughout the year. They're learning horseback riding, animal science, and equine husbandry, which is care of the horse as a whole. We're also an agricultural center. So the students are learning how to grow their own healthy foods, then take it to our kitchen and learn how to make healthy meals. We also have our Saturday Saddle Club, which is also affiliated with 4-H. We have our Young Ladies Leadership Academy and dressage team. They're going through life leadership skills, and they're also learning beginner level dressage.
The Junior Mounted Patrol of Ebony Horsewomen Equestrian Center is an all-boys program that is geared toward minority young men to learn horsemanship, the trails, learn about map reading. It's about building up these young men. Many of them didn't have male figures in their lives that were positive. So me being able to spend at least twice a week with them, that's very vital. At the end of the day, we're about unity. We're about protecting one another and being a positive image for our community.
There are a lot of children in the park who see these young Black boys on horses, and it's a whole different perception. It's a whole different perception for even the adults. Like, oh, look at this. The Black kids are riding horses. God, 36 years, we still get that response. Yes, it's Black kids riding horses.
We've been taking the youth to the Bill Pickett Rodeo in Maryland, and they are amazed to see so many of their own kind riding horses. Mrs. Kelly actually took a group of girls down to Texas A&M, and some of them are now interested in their veterinary program.
Kids that used to bully each other, pick on each other, they built a brotherhood outside of here. These kids, they have a positive circle to turn to during tough times and during times where they might slip up.
In schools, we have gotten reports that this student that was off the wall is now calming down. You know, they're focusing more. And they're like, well, what are you guys doing? Nothing. We're giving them the time, the attention, the space that they need to better themselves so that they will be better when they approach the world.
It's not a program, it's a herd. And I'm the alpha mare. We're here to make sure that we get you to your best life.
We've seen kids grow up, go off to college because of Miss Kelly's work in terms of connecting them to schools.
It's amazing to see how far some of them have gone. From that rough kid that was always in trouble to now having their own business, becoming veterinarians or nurses. It almost makes me want to cry because it's amazing to see.
We have a lot of our alumni come back to say, I did it, and you can too.
One of our alumni students is Frederick Wright.
Fred graduated from Cornell University's farrieing program. He started to now shoe and trim our horses.
There are generations of youth that Mrs. Kelly has brought through these doors. She's changing the lives of the people in Hartford as a whole.
Liana's been here since she was like 8. So it's been over 10 years. These horses mean the world to my daughter. She participates in the therapeutic part of it. My daughter has very emotional needs, so I think it helps her a lot. I'm a single mom of 3, and having this whole team that's here as her second family is extremely helpful. Being able to walk into a location like this with people who are highly skilled, have degrees, knowledge, not only about horses, but about children is really a lifeline.
I'm retired and raising my 2 grandkids. They don't have a female at home on a regular basis, so being around Miss Kelly and Dominique teaches them how to be a young lady. They really go out of their way to make sure that these kids are well taken care of, have a lot to do, and keep them occupied. My grandkids, they've been here for about 6 years now, and they've grown a lot. They matured a lot here. Once they learn how to master riding a horse, I think it helps them with their confidence. It also helps them with teamwork, because they have to get together as a team and make sure that all the horses are taken care of.
A lot of people think that when you have a horse, it's just about throwing a saddle on them and riding. No, it's not. It's seeing how they're feeling mentally. How's their attitude? They'll let you know when they're having a bad morning. We really do respect that. It's how we treat our kids.
Brushing a horse a lot of times, calms the person to be able to express themselves better. It's all rewiring the brain in the way that working with the horse is helping heal that person.
With equine-assisted therapy and psychotherapy, there's no real need to talk. The horse begins to mirror what goes on inside you. And if there's someone there to guide you, therapists, to show you what that mirroring is, it's information. Horses are so sensitive, their safety mechanism gives them the ability to measure energy levels. And so when a child presents with agitation, anxiety, anger, the horse is like, I don't think we can do business right now. So they begin to learn how to bring that down and to work with this horse. Equine therapy is beginning to understand themselves, what triggers you, and how can we give you tools to manage that. We can't change their life circumstances, but we can change how they respond to it.
We're just trying to figure out how to keep our jobs, put food on the table, keep our kids safe, how to navigate systems that often your first try end up shutting the door in your face. And so I probably would have just thrown my hands up in the air, but I'm able to fight because they fight for me.
With 4 people taking care of 15 horses and 4 different types of programs, it gets tiring. But no matter how much time we put in here, we still wake up excited to come take care of horses at 5:30 in the morning. And that's how we're able to succeed.
We are a full nonprofit. And a lot of times the students that we have come here don't pay anything because they need it that much.
And we cannot push parents to pay, because if you do that, they pull the kid. And that's the mission. We keep doing what we do because it's paying off.
They come here bottled up with anger, and then we tell them, talk to your horse. They come back either happy, smiling, shocked that, wow, this horse really calmed me down.
My lifelong dream is to make sure that this is there for like a lot of generations to come.
Let's ride, boys. Good job, Jay. Good job, Jamali. JP, walk on.